Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, March the 8th. We are kicking it off, Stage 1 styles, and as far as Stage 1s go, actually kind of a tough one. There's a sniper tower protecting a shock launcher, and while obviously if you're high enough of a level that does not pose any kind of threat, if you're really low level, it might be kind of tricky. So just roll in until you're in range of the sniper tower, then throw the shock down on both buildings, and go up and kill them. And just keep shocking until you finish killing them. Sorry, no trick, it's just the way it is. Now, this one, again, really tricky. You got the boom cannon and the shock launcher on stage 2. I was kind of surprised. Now, as you can see, if you throw the shock just right, you can actually get the shock launcher, sniper tower, and boom cannon all in one great big shock. The good thing is, hopefully your tanks are going to take out that boom cannon first, and then that if you've got a re-shock to keep the sniper tower and shock launcher down, it's a much easier shock, and you can actually shock the cannon over in the corner, making it even easier and more likely for your troops to succeed. Moving on. Left-hand side again, same sort of deal. Throw a shock down onto the sniper tower and the cannon, and then I tossed out some barrage to clear out all the boom mines and stuff. If you got critters, obviously you can throw that, but what it comes right down to is while you're barraging away all the mines, hopefully you're going to be able to get some damage onto that sniper tower. It'll drop nice and easy, and then you can move on to throwing your critters at the HQ to speed things up a little bit. Also, watch out on stage 3. There is a huge hit point jump. It goes from like 85k on the first 2 levels to 285k, and technically 281, but hey, you know, we're gonna round up and you get the idea. It's a lot of freaking hit points, so make sure you come pack in some heat if you want to be able to take down that level. Moving on, stage 4, now things are starting to get interesting. So, land far right hand side. I don't know if you could tell, like, before I threw that barrage, I had already landed my troops, because this is a long walk. This is like, you know, getting your cardio in with the old tanks, or hookahs, or whatever you're running. It's gonna be a long walk. Now, what's really nice, with the tanks at least, is if they're all bunched together, you can walk right past those mortars for quite some time and have no problems. Eventually, obviously, you're gonna have to like pull up and shoot at it, and you might take a hit there, but not a big deal. Also, when you shock the mortar and sniper tower, like in that area, in the top middle, I guess you could call it, make sure that you get both, because it really will make a difference. And then just set up shop and start throwing critters out, I guess. Whatever it takes. 100,000 less hit points on this HQ, so it'll go a lot quicker than the last level. But then we get to the big news. Stage 5 today is quite possibly one of the easiest stage 5s ever that I've experienced. And to emphasize this statement to its maximum potential, I am landing 1 boat. So normally on stage 5 I do like 2 boats of tanks and a boat of medics. The 2 tank boats is because things generally have a lot more hit points. It takes longer to shoot my way through everything, so in the name of speeding things up a bit, I take them out. And then the medics, because normally there's enough rocket launchers and boost and things going on that my tanks start getting hurt pretty badly. They start taking some serious damage. However, this particular stage 5, you'll note there's no second boat of tanks, and there's also no boat of medics. And it's not that I've gone crazy. Well, okay, I guess that's debatable. It's not that I am choosing a bad strategy, it's just this attack is really, really quite nice. It's definitely given a chance to all you people out there. What do you mean, you people? I mean people who are on stage 4 normally for Dr. T, and maybe don't always get stage 5, or don't really try stage 5 because it's normally harder. For you, this is the 5. This is the 5 that you get to do stage 5 for the first time ever. Because, well, just because. If you park your tanks right down where my tanks are sitting there, as you could see, the shock launcher didn't really do any damage, and none of the other defenses did any damage. I just cleared some extra stuff so I could throw critters and speed things up, but as you can see, even the clock isn't an issue, because there's 130, or well, a minute and 30 seconds. I guess that would be 90 seconds, not 100 and something. 100 minus 10 seconds. Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Yes, indubitably. So, after such an easy 5, I know what you're thinking. My goodness, but Beard, if 5 is that easy, how hard is 6? Because they're clearly going to have to make up for it. Well, the answer is freaking impossible. No, not at all. Actually, super easy 6 again. If you normally do 5, this might be the 6th time, the time to try 6. Not necessarily because it's like super easy or it doesn't have high-level boom cannons or something. What it does have, though, is a whole bunch of energy right along the beach. And you could pretty much run your troops down, just farming up, just until you got into range of like something that would do enough damage to hurt you. And then just pull back and move down to the next clump. Move down, and eventually you'll be able to work yourself down into this bottom corner. Now the trick is you want to be able to do that without having to do any kind of like heals or shocks or anything like that. Like if you're rolling tanks, it's a bunch of machine guns and flamethrowers and mortars. Like nothing you have to worry about. Your medic should be able to counter it no problem. And then once you've saved up all of that energy from farming up all of the things, blammo, this is where you get to spend it. Drop as much damage as you can on the two boom cannons around the HQ. You don't necessarily have to take them out if you're using Grenks. You just have to throw a shock on the lead one, because otherwise, bad things are going to happen. And then just coast right on up the right-hand side. They're going to naturally curve over towards all of those remaining buildings. Excuse me, and the overthrow from the Grens should be more than adequate to take out the sniper towers and the cannons. I guess technically, like, the tank took out the cannon, but, like, let's not get picky here. The point is, things are gonna die, and then you can just launch a massive barrage attack on the HQ, and move on to Stage 7. And now you're thinking, alright, Stage 5, crazy easy. Stage 6, pretty easy still. Stage 7, gonna be a biatch. It was. It kind of scared the crap out of me. You're not reading the hit points wrong. It's 5.5k, 550k, 5.5 million divided by 10. Yes, that's what I was aiming for. 500, technically 560 something thousand hit points. So huge hit points on the HQ. And if you look at the defenses, there are some crazy, like the sniper tower is, it's not 20, what would it be, 22, so it's level 21. So like the defenses for a volcano island are incredibly high. Like this is more like tropical island, what I'd expect to see, like on say like a stage 6 or maybe even a stage 5. But like then you couple that with the 200 plus hit point bonus, like 200% bonus on top. So like now you're talking a sniper tower that would normally have like 9,600 hit points. I don't know what the hit points are on a sniper tower. Don't actually hold me to that. But the point is, like, you'd normally be looking at like a 9k hit point sort of scenario. Now suddenly you're looking at closer to a 27k hit points. It gets pretty vicious. Now the good thing is, if you set up shop right here, you can have rockets and all kinds of things just blowing the crud out of you, but you're in a nice safe place for your tanks, and you should be able to work down the insane amount of hit points on the HQ with relative safety. You might lose a tank or two to like sniper towers or what have you, but if you got Grenks, then that's going to make it even easier because you're going to clear out all the stuff around the HQ. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.